so I got my mission call and I opened it up, you know, super pumped. And so that happened in March and I was leaving in June. And so I had like a month and a half left of school, you know. And so pretty much like from the time that I opened up my mission call to like the time that I went to the MTC, like there was multiple times where, you know, I had these, you know, almost like doubts coming out of my mind, like, but, you know, I want to focus on school. Like, you know, why am I going on a mission, you know, if I have all these important things? Like, I don't want to I don't want to like say goodbye to my friends for 2 years. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Like, it's a lot of money. I'm going to Utah. So is it really that important, you know? And so like I had all these doubts like leading up to it. And like, eventually I realized that it was the adversary, like, you know, it's that opposition, you know, you have a really great experience and you have like opposition to go with it, you know. And so to me that was really interesting to see, because, you know, I know that there are powers that will do everything they can to persuade you to not go on a mission, because you know, there are people out there that don't have bodies. You know, Satan knows that that you're going to do a lot of good on your mission, you know, and so he's going to do everything that he can to like make sure that doesn't happen. And so I felt that, and I saw it, and I thought, you know, even though I did have these doubts, there was just a reconfirmation to me that like this is something that I need to do, because, and I learned this more on my mission, like, you know, when you have a thought like, oh, I need to talk to that person, you know, and like a second later it's like, oh no, like it's fine. You have all these reasons why you shouldn't, because it's awkward, it's weird, they're probably busy, like all this stuff. And like when that happens, I learned that's like, oh, then I should probably do it because the adversary is telling me that I shouldn't do it, you know? So it's that whole thing where it's like, there's a good thing with opposition to match it. And so when I get that combination, I'm like, okay, that's probably a good thing that I need to do, you know? And so yeah, I saw that like before my mission, and in the MTC, and like the MTC was like a pretty incredible experience by itself. Like, it's funny, I told like on the last day, like the night before, we took a bus to my mission. We like our MTC teacher kind of sat us down individually and like kind of talked to us, asked us a couple of questions, and he's like, I forget what he asked, but like I told him like, you know what, if I just, you know, if this MTC experience was like my whole mission experience, like I'd be totally happy with that. Like obviously I want to go serve, you know, the rest of the 2 years, you know, but I guess what I was trying to say is that like my experience at the MTC went far above where I thought it was going to be. You know, I learned so much in such a short amount of time, and I feel like I grew so much spiritually and also as a person, you know. I learned so many things that I just didn't, like I knew, but I just didn't understand, you know. And I realized there's a difference between knowing something and understanding it. Like when you understand it, it's in your heart, and it's, you know, it's there to stay. And so I really feel like the MTC for me was just that, you know, solidifying of everything that like I, you know, tried to get ready and prepare for. And so that was really awesome. There were so many, in the MTC, there was like 30 of us like going to Ogden. And so it was really cool to like get to know, the other missionaries that were like different classes and stuff. So that was really cool. And so I guess for me, like I probably should have been a little more studious in the MTC, but it was helpful to me to like, you know, spend the time to get to know people and that sort of thing. And also obviously like work and, you know, get ready and teacher investigators and stuff. And so I'm grateful. I feel like those connections in the MTC, both with my teachers and like my fellow missionaries, like really helped me to kind of understand what exactly I was going to be doing, you know, because even when you get to your mission, like you have no idea what's going on, you know, you're so in over your head, but it makes sense eventually. And so, yeah, it's the MTC, there's so much I could talk about it, but just all in all, it was really helpful for me. And I feel like, yeah, it was the perfect amount of time because I was there for 3 weeks. And so, yeah, it helped me to get ready for the mission, you know, the mission field when I went there, which was, even when I got there, I still felt like way underprepared, but it was still really, really helpful.